the conception out there is like, oh, we got to have a trom wall, and it's this mud hut, and living in these meek existences, and you don't have to do that. I mean, as long as we're going the right direction and doing the right thing, we don't. You can have a lot of fun as a homeowner in a very sustainable house.
Hey guys, we're in Plymouth, Minnesota today, and we're checking out the Moonacy house. It's got a recent addition that I think you'll enjoy.
Hi, I'm Alex Haeckler at the AWH Architects. I was the architect on this project titled Moonacy. This project, Moonacy, is basically, it started from Jan Edwards, who wanted a place to store her guitar collection. She had bought this house in Plymouth, Minnesota, and was a country songwriter and guitar player, and had a huge collection of antique and really nice acoustic guitars. Had been living in Nashville and was kind of moving back to her roots in Minnesota, and thought, okay, well, what don't I need a place to write my songs to and perform. And so it evolved from like a 8 by 10 sort of archival room to a 3,200 square foot addition to her house. And so there's sort of two main themes with the project in terms of how we were looking at it, how to attach it to the existing house and be respectful to that, but also be its own thing. Since it was becoming a music room, we really wanted to fine tune, how does it really work and operate. Just the overall shape of the building and the structure is, based on acoustical engineering. And then the inside surfaces are also very fine tuned. And then thirdly was the sustainable items, passive solar. We have high thermal envelope with SIPS panels and R50 roofs, R35 walls, triple pane glass, big concrete slab floor to the way the roof structure is designed, that it gets sun in the winter and not in the summer. The stage that we're on right now is all made out of recycled wood from a tobacco barn. Of course, I think a lot of things were very successful about the project. I mean, there's the wow factor, which was a combination of, Jan's creativity, and there was an interior designer involved, Shelley David. As a team, we really bonded and had a great time coming up with, fun stuff. Like the wall to my right is it's all acoustical panels covered with fabric that Shelley had a great time picking out, and it's pretty wild. So I'm proud of that. It's a fun room. I think it also fits contextually with the site pretty well, and ties into the existing building, and while being different. And I like that, the sort of the two forms talking to each other. I mean, this room reflects Jan, to a T. I mean, just tons of creativity was put into it from her side, in the interior designer side, and our side as well. And it's a good example of we can be sustainable and have a lot of fun at the same time. I mean, there's some things you just don't want to compromise because life's short, and let's have fun while we're here. There isn't this like mantra out there like, if we're going to do a sustainable home, you gotta go all out, and there's no compromises or anything like that. I mean, we need to take big steps, but also baby steps are fine too. Life cycle, that's always something to sort of, it's a hard concept for a lot of clients to understand, like, okay, well, there's the first cost, but then it's how much does it cost to operate the building. You want to be there 5 or 10 or 20 years. You should think about like how this is going to perform, because most of your money would be spent on it performing well, not how much it costs in the beginning. It's our responsibility. I mean, we need to be pushing ourselves farther and trying to be as sustainable as possible. Do I need a 6,000 square foot home, 30 miles away from where I work, or can I buy a, existing house 10 miles from where I work where I can bike to it, and maybe we can renovate that? Let's think about what we have, and can we make it perform better, and can we use it and do small moves here and there? That's really the most sustainable thing in my mind, is like reusing what we have.